I am sitting on my back patio enjoying the amazing Arizona weather. Well, amazing for now. It's, it means that the summer is coming and it's going to get really hot. Um, I have been working every day in the garden. My nails are horrible. And it's just interesting because I remember when the kids were little and I had a giant garden like this, and it's a lot of work, but the food was so good that came from it. And my thinking is, I love the saying, the way you do anything is the way you do everything, because I think I'm one of those people that likes to be prepared. And I've heard people like, why are you doing a garden? And I'm looking at this whole pandemic thinking, well, if the food supply gets affected, I'll have food. Um, which I don't know that it will or won't. I'm not going to focus on being afraid of it. I'm just going to prepare, and then if it is, then I'll have food. If it's not, then I'll have a nice big garden and I'll have food. So either way, I still have to eat, and so that's been my focus. The quarantine life, I feel very fortunate because I think I run my life the same way. Um, I'm not waiting for a stimulus check and I'm not freaking out about not having money and not that I have tons of money or anything. I just feel like I'm more prepared. And I would encourage you to look around in your life and look at the areas where you could prepare better. Because I think people sit around and they watch the news all day and they get all freaked out and then they fight. And I've done my share of fighting on Fightbook, and it's not effective. I find myself doing it, and then I'm like, ugh, what am I? I'm doing it again, or being political. I'm not going to sway anyone's political opinion. Although there's times when I feel like it's my right to share my opinion. I can say what I want on my timeline on my wall. Um, I have mixed feelings about that because I feel like when there's something going on that is not okay and you stand by, or I'll speak for myself, I stand by and I allow it, then I become part of the problem. And we definitely have a broken system in this country. Um, and we have, as a society, we have a need to be seen as or look good, I've heard it called. Um, so we don't want to be on video if we don't look good. We don't only post pictures if we scroll through of the 10 and pick the best one. Um, we don't want to look stupid, so we don't say anything. We don't want to be scolded. We don't want to be shamed. And so we don't say anything. And eventually, you look around and there's no one to speak up for you. So I think it's important to be able to speak up when necessary. It's just a fine line. I have a hard time sometimes knowing when I should keep my mouth shut and, when it's effective and when it's not. So I definitely struggle with that. I I think that when I look at my life, I always want to be effective in whatever I do and be a contributor. I'm not one of those people that just wants to sit on the sidelines and watch everybody else live their lives. I want to be a contributor. I want to contribute to a better world, a better place. And so I'm looking at this. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. I guess that would be why I'm putting this video out. I want to be a contributor. If you have a lot of fear, um, I would encourage you to work on your mindset because our thoughts generate our emotions. And I hear people often say things like, oh, he made me mad, or they made me sad, or that made me sad. And it's really about responsibility. It all comes back to responsibility. No one can make you anything, they can't make you feel anything. People say all kinds of stuff, and None of that is going to make you do anything or feel anything. Where you take that information and what you think about it and how you process it is what makes you feel something. And so we all are responsible for our own thoughts. And most humans' thoughts are automated. There was a study done by the University of Minnesota, and they studied humans and their thought patterns. And from birth to 4 years old, it was like 50% of who you are as an adult, what you do on a daily basis, um, becomes automated in our brains, hardwired, if you will. And I don't know about you, but some of my caretakers, hello dog, um, that I had when I was young, that's a little scary. That's where I got my my programming, if you will. We've gone through PSI seminars, and that's the language that they use, your programming. But I've heard it called a lot of different things, and it's like a computer. So if you and I both get the same computers, and I want mine to do art and you want yours to do accounting, we're going to load different software, different programs into that computer. Whoever you're around is who is loading your programs, or loading whatever their belief system is, whatever their thoughts are, how they walk, how they talk, how they chew their food, how they behave in relationships, and how they communicate. You're picking all of that up. So birth to 4, it's 50%. From 4 to 8, another 30%. So by the time a child is 8 years old, their programs of how they're going to be as an adult, 80% of that is already installed. And then from 8 to 18, another 15%. So by the time you're 18 years old, 95% of how you behave on a daily basis is in place. So choose wisely. And choose wisely when you're working with your kids, because I've seen with kids, sometimes people want to say, "Oh, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful." Well, then they wonder why their kid grows up and all they care about is their beauty. Or they are cute. I've heard that one. She's so cute, she's so cute, she's so cute. And then she grows up and that's what she uses, what I call your winning formula. That's what they use to get their way. That's what they use to, navigate the world, if you will. You'll see women that, they've been told they were beautiful, or maybe they haven't been told they're beautiful and they go that way. And so they use their beauty to get everything. Um, you'll see men who, they had a fit, they were strong personality, too strong for mom, and so mom gave in after they had a fit. And you see the same guys at Home Depot having a fit at the service center, and the Home Depot lady just giving them their way. So that's what a winning formula looks like. And we all have several winning formulas, different ways, different places that we go um, to get our way, if you will. Some people go to anger, some people go to sadness, some people go into little girl, hurt little girl, helpless little girl. People go to stupid, I'm stupid. Oh no, I don't know how to do this. Can you just help me? And they get other people to do their stuff.
Rick Stewart.
Sorry, Rick. And those kinds of things are very, very, I don't know what the word is, but it gives you a glimpse of those programs. Whatever worked as a little kid and became a winning formula, that's the tool that they go to most. Now, the good news is, not to leave you with all doom and gloom, the good news is we have a lot of programs that work for us. A lot of things are effective. And I would encourage you to work on consciousness, because consciousness is where true choice comes from. If I recognize that I am doing something let's see, what can I give you as an example? Um, I have a tendency to get very, like, I get tone. I get like, you will do this. You're going to do it. And stern, I guess would be the word. And so when I catch myself doing that, it's a win because I don't want to come across as being the old grumpy stern lady. Um, and so, what you can do is you can consciously catch yourself and then do something different, make a choice. And the more you do that, it's a practice. The more you do it, the more you can actually change your life. I've seen people transform their lives, my husband, for one. So, those are my ramblings for today. I'm going to go work in the garden. It's just weird to uh, be home and not, be fixing myself up. But I'm okay with it. I am who I am, and people will either like me or they won't, and that's up to them to decide. So I hope you're having a great day and go and do something responsible. Okay? Bye bye.